Hello everybody and welcome to The United Stand. Why is Bruno Fernandes key to Manchester United in my opinion and in the opinion of many Manchester United fans? It's because he's better than Messi. It's because he's better than Ronaldo. It's because he's Bruno Fernandes, the saviour of Manchester United 2019-2020. Well, that's a bit dramatic, but actually I do think Bruno Fernandes could absolutely be key to Manchester United and what they're going to try and achieve next season. We've already seen with the first two fixtures of the season, away to Wolves, home to Chelsea, that we're going to have to start the season well. And one of the fundamental problems with Manchester United as we look to our left and the three sort of big targets that United are looking at the moment, centre-back Harry Maguire, £90 million being quoted, Wan-Bissaka, 50 million plus for the right-back that we need, and Bruno Fernandes, this midfielder that we have been linked to for a long time, that is a high priority for Manchester United, but are they hesitating? Are they snoozing? Will they get the deal over the line? And I think it's absolutely essential that Manchester United do. If we go to the stats centre, look at Bruno Fernandes, 28 goals last season in 48 games or something like that. 14 assists. His pass completion is 77%, which is fairly good for a midfielder. He's averaging 3.2 shots a game. He's not really a dribbler, but key passes 2.7 per game, tackles 1.7. And I actually quite like the fact that he's got 13 yellow cards, because to me that shows that he is a player that likes to put his foot in. And this is where Manchester United really do lack something in that midfield. When you look at Manchester United's midfield, the issues that we have at the moment are that Nemanja Matic slows the game down. As soon as he takes the ball off the back four, it's slow. As soon as the ball comes back to him because Pogba or Herrera or McTominay or whoever plays in front of him haven't got a pass, they knock it back to Matic, it's slow. The way Bruno Fernandes operates, he likes to operate in between the lines, he likes to get forward, but he also likes to move the ball fast as well. And I think if you can bring Bruno Fernandes into this Manchester United side, and we'll look at where he could fit in formation-wise in a moment, but what he wants to do is get the ball, look up and pass the ball and move. And that, to me, would be key to the likes of whoever our strikers are, whether it's Marcus Rashford, whether it's Martial on the left, if it's a new signing on the right, whether it's Lingard coming into a diamond, whatever that situation is, what Bruno Fernandes will want to do is get hold of the ball and move it quickly, which is totally different to Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba wants to be creative. Paul Pogba is an offensive player in the way he wants to play football, but he's a little bit slower. People say that his running style's languid. That's his running style. But what Pogba wants to do is he likes a little touch. He likes to hold a player off. I'm having a touch. I'm in control of the ball. He likes to pop his head up and think, there's a 40-yard pass I'm going to hit. Whereas Bruno Fernandes is far more dynamic than that. It's get the ball and go. It's a one touch. It's go. It's spin. It's get in the lines. It's turn. It's look for the movement. And I think that will speed Manchester United's gameplay up so much that we can't not improve from where we were last season. Now, fundamentally, I do think that as well, the issue with the centre defensive midfield situation is a problem. There you go. I mean, Bruno Fernandes, he's averaging 7.6 on who scored per game last season. Now, if you think about some of the player ratings we were giving to United players towards the end of the season, most of them were struggling to get an average 6. Bruno Fernandes 7.7. Interest at 7.6. Very interesting that he wears the number 8 shirt as well. I'm not convinced that Juan Mata will or should be a player for Manchester United next season, which means that we've got a ready-made number 8 in Bruno Fernandes. And as has been spoken before, 28 plus 14 is 42, which means he was involved in 42 goals out of his 48 games he played last season for Sporting Lisbon, which is nothing short of fantastic. Now, if we look at the situation on how Manchester United could line up with Bruno, the number 8, there's the midfield 6. There's the 4-3-3 that Ollie likes to play. Obviously, you've got the back 4 and the goalkeeper there. But I think that's how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to play. I'm not convinced Jesse Lingard will be the right-sided player there. But what I do think some people are not realising is that if Pogba stays, you can play a 4-3-3 and you can play Bruno Fernandes in this position here. What he wants to do is, of course, get into these positions. Of course he does. But Pogba can be more disciplined. The CDM is massively important, though. I don't think you can play Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba in a midfield 3 with Nemanja Matic there. This player needs to be Kante-esque. He needs to be mobile. He needs to be breaking up the play. He needs to be feeding the ball quickly into these two players. That position, CDM, God, I wish I was 20 again, as I'm sure many of you do. Because all you've got to do in the Matic position is take the ball off the back 4 all the time and deliver it to these two quickly. It's the X factor. I've just drawn it on the pitch. It's the X factor. Take the ball off these two, feed it into these two. That's all he's got to do. He's got to do it really quick. Unfortunately, Matic is like this, up and down, hot potato, lots and lots of touches, side to side. That's where Manchester United's game next season is going to fall or stand. It's on how quick we move the ball from the CDM position to these players here. Because I tell you what, Pogba's likely to knock a ball into there for Rashford. Yes, he is. But Bruno Fernandes, he'll get that ball, he'll spin, he'll go there and I'm going there. He'll go there and I'm going there. He'll go there and I'm going there. He'll move into that position. If that ball is moving down, if we sort our flanks down, Bruno Fernandes is a master. He's a bit like Scholes and Lampard, arriving on the edge of the box, bang, back of the net. That's what Bruno Fernandes wants to do. He's a culmination of a Paul Scholes, of a Frank Lampard. He is that sort of midfielder who will put a tackle in. He will work back. Look, you know what? United can't, you play Man City, you play Liverpool, you play Spurs. You ain't going on the attack all the time like this. You're not doing it. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to defend. Bruno Fernandes is more than happy operating in these areas as well. He is fast, he is tenacious, and he will get involved. But that position is the one that will hurt us if we have Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in a 4-3-3, because Matic is too slow. From what we've got at the moment, I'd rather see Fred, but maybe we need to bring in an Ndidi or someone like that, some mobility, which will allow us to play a 4-3-3. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does benefit, and Manchester United do benefit better in a 4-3-3. The other option is that you disregard a Lingard, you push him up front into a front two, and then you put a diamond midfield and you do that. And that could compensate Matic better because he's better protected in a diamond. How would you do it? Two up front with Martial and Rashford, Lingard to the bench. And then it's a situation of whether you let Bruno Fernandes play in the midfield three and put Pogba there, or you move Bruno Fernandes there. But you would have to bring in a Rabiot or a Thomas Partey and go with that four diamonds and move one of those two into that position to bring in a new signing like a Thomas Partey or a Rabiot. But the options are there, and I certainly look at Manchester United and I think, look, if you bring Bruno Fernandes in, you play the 4-3-3, you disregard Matic and you bring somebody in with a bit of mobility, I think that's how United will work the best. Obviously, Lingard comes out, you bring in a new right winger, you bring in a new CDM, and I think that works well. That would work well for Manchester United. You've got that mobility and attacking, because what United, but ultimately it does come down to that centre defensive midfield position. We've got to move it better. We've got to move the ball better. And Bruno Fernandes will get goals. When you look at what Bruno Fernandes brings to Manchester United, if we were to sign him, Bruno Fernandes would bring goals. He would bring goals, his intelligence, the speed of play, as it says on my right there, but he will bring goals, he will bring assists. It's not rocket science. He is that sort of player. There it is on the stats thing again. 14 assists, 28 goals. We're not messing about here. That is what he's all about. And he's available. He's available to Manchester United now. And people and United fans are getting concerned, oh, it's all paper talk. Manchester United have been in for Bruno Fernandes for bloody ages. They've scouted him so much, he's got every badge you can get. He can build fires. He can make a bloody tent out of a piece of rope. He has been scouted so much. He's the king of scouts. But Manchester United have got to get it over the line. Bruno Fernandes wants to come to the Premier League. I think he's absolutely key to what Manchester United are going to try and achieve next season. You can bring in Rabiot, you can bring in Wan-Bissaka, you can bring in De Ligt, you can bring in Gareth Bale, Lozano, whoever you want to bring in. But this player is absolutely essential to what we're going to try and do next season. He gives that midfield creativity. He gives that midfield goals. Pogba is a totally different player. Paul Pogba is not Bruno Fernandes. The goals, the assists that Pogba get are a totally different style. They're penalties, they're long shots, they're the ability to score goals if he's given the opportunity. But Bruno Fernandes is different. If Paul Pogba's a third gear player in speed, Bruno Fernandes is in fifth. He's tenacious. He will chase the ball down. He wants the ball. He's speed. He is absolute speed. Speed of thought, speed of movement, speed of pass. Yes, there's of course, with all that, there is a margin of error, but the speed in which he wants to move is really, really, really essential to what United are trying to do. And this is why I was saying yesterday, whether Pogba goes or not, Bruno Fernandes is still fundamental to what Manchester United should be looking to do. And the thing is, there isn't many players like him out there. There isn't many players out there, and United should not be snoozing on a deal like this. We need to get it over the line, and I think it will make a massive amount of difference to United. You go into games next season against Chelsea and Wolves and Crystal Palace in the first 3 games of the season, and you've got a fit, raring to go Bruno Fernandes. You've got a goal threat, you've got a creator. That's taken away from Pogba and gives Pogba that release to be you know, a little bit more relaxed. There's somebody next to him who can take the burden of that midfield. You look at our midfield, it's Pogba or nothing. If Pogba gets swamped, it's nothing because Matic ain't up to it. Fred's been very inconsistent. McTominay we don't know about. Pereira we don't really know about, and we've lost Herrera. Bruno Fernandes comes into that midfield. You've got goals and assists that supplement Pogba. So really, really important signing, and we do need to get it over the line because there's nothing else out there like him. He's only going to be 25 in September. Exactly what Manchester United need. This is why Bruno Fernandes should be coming to Manchester United. Get your comments in below. Smash a like on the video. What are you feeling about this? How important do you think it is? Because I'm getting a little bit nervous about it now. I know we're after him. I want us to just get the deal done because it's not just about, signing a player. I think when you look at what he is and you know what he is, it makes such a big difference to Manchester United football team next season to have a player of his quality in our side. Thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Something a little bit shorter and different for you. So get your comments in, smash a like and let us know what you think. Speak to you all soon.